Hey guys, welcome back to Sunday Sermon with Ola. I am very grateful. I've had so much love this week, both on the pod and obviously the discussion that ensued, but also to do with the clips I've been putting on Instagram. I've been trying to be consistent. I've been trying to increase the output. So I appreciate everyone that's following on Instagram right now. Thank you so much. I like to do my thank yous up front. I also want to thank you for the Patreon supporters. Still staying faithful with the giving. I pray that as you give, you'll never lack. And I just really appreciate the spirit with which you guys do things, man. Thank you guys so much. Um, I just want to say thank you to all the people that have just been following that I haven't even heard from you yet. You haven't necessarily made yourself known. I appreciate you as well. Every so often, one of you comes out the woodworks like, "Oh, I love your work." It's frustrating for me because obviously I would like to know. Um, Obviously, it makes business sense to know who your customers are and so on, all that kind of stuff. But the truth is, at the end of the day, what really matters is that like the work I'm doing has some kind of impact. Somebody enjoys it. Somebody's feeling it. Somebody's vibing off of it. It's inspiring somebody or just at least entertaining somebody. That's the real win. So thank you guys. Thank you every single one of you. God bless you. Now, um, this is one that's particularly dedicated to the listeners because today's topic is from a listener. So I'm gonna read it out as the message came, so that at least hopefully I can capture the essence of it. I don't know if she wants me to give her name, but shout out to the listeners. And also, like I did put it out there, if you want me to read out any announcements, questions, whatever it is, please do DM me. I always say this. Feel free to DM me. All right, cool. Um, I have a topic suggestion. It is also celebrityism. And why are we trying to discourage people from wanting to be celebrities? It will be a triggering discussion because in two parts of myself are fighting each other. She goes on to give some examples, such as like it's like when Beyonce was allowed to act. Why? Because she was a celebrity. And so I then asked her, okay, so the question is, why do we discourage being a celebrity when we clearly love celebrities? And she said, yes, let people seek the attention because it clearly pays off. And we carried on the discussion from there lightly. But I said I was going to chew on it. And, to be honest, I think one thing that lets me know I'm onto a good discussion is when I'm having the same discussion in different avenues and I don't even realize that they link up. And it's happened a couple of times on the pod where I'll be discussing the same issue, fundamental issue, but I'll be having that conversation elsewhere and somehow they actually link up. And the reason why I say that for this one is because I was also having a conversation with Jason Lewis. I went live with Jason Lewis on Instagram. As I mentioned, he's somebody that I write with, and I write on his show, A Safe Space for the Culture, and so on and so forth. Okay, cool. So we're talking about, the grind, the hustle. And sometimes I do start to ask questions. Like, I know Jason is somebody who I've known him for what? Going on, I want to say 12 years. 12 years I've known this guy. And I remember when we used to write sketches with no real project in sight, just used to go write sketches together at the Costa Coffee in Esprit on Regent Street. We used to work at Abercrombie and Fitch together, and then after we do an early morning shift, and after that we'll go write. And at the time, we had a couple of meetings here and there, and there was some opportunities. But the interesting thing was that Jason was shooting his own stuff. Since then, he's gone on to be in TV shows and shoot a pilot and have all these opportunities and so on. And myself as well, as a stand-up, I've had a chance to go and do all this stuff. And we find ourselves back here trying to make this regular show every week where on Wednesday he wakes up early in the morning and writes a monologue on a topic, a humorous monologue. And then he sends it to me as a writer on the show. And we apply a level of professionalism because he lets me know that a rough sort of deadline, and then I'll work on the script and I'll script edit, punch it up where I can, and send it back to him. By Thursday, he starts shooting. By Friday, he's editing. Saturday, hopefully the show is out. And I asked him, why are we bothering? I asked him, why are we bothering with all of this? Clearly we care. Clearly we want to put in work and we want to, do our craft well, and we've put years in and, done jobs just to get by and done whatever it took basically because we really believed in the gift and really believed in our work and our talent and how we do things and so on and so forth. And that's the reason why we've been able to work together on many occasions, because there is a meeting of the minds. But then I ask myself, why are we doing this? Like, the level to which content exists on the internet right now will really make you question why bother giving anything good quality. Like, if you're surrounded, if let's say all your friends eat McDonald's every day, if they come over to your house, are you gonna bother like cooking up premium Wagyu beef? You're gonna pull out them Iceland joints right there, man. You're gonna pull out the little Audi things they got. Chuck that on the grill. Because you know that's the level of taste. They're probably even gonna enjoy it more. There's some people, you take them to go and eat something that's like, oh, this is fancy, this is premium, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, do you know what? Just give me the cheapest thing you got. So there's a temptation sometimes maybe to blame people and be like, oh, you just got low taste or whatever. You don't have good taste. But then I have to ask myself as well, like, if that's what they like, that's what they like. I'll be honest with you, it's not everything that's premium that I enjoy. There's times where I go out and eat and it's fancy and so on. I'm just like, do you know what? Amala Neforiro would really just bang right now. And it doesn't even have to be fancy Amala with Neforiro. Even the one from the Buka, that's like the street food joint in Nigeria. Even one from the takeaway spot, Tasty, in the UK. I'd happily eat there on some occasions when I'm eating out and I'm paying a lot of money for it. I recognize people putting a lot of work for premium and luxury experiences and vibes and environments and atmospheres. But sometimes I'm like, actually tastes better. So when I look at somebody's taste and what people like, if I spend the whole week preparing this pod, trying to I've gone to go and learn how to light myself, how to use my camera properly. I went to go buy an extra lens for my camera for it to look like this. I put it in video and audio so somebody can watch this on YouTube and so that they can listen to it. I've made sure it's gone on all the platforms. I make sure I do the artwork for it every week. I make sure that I try and put the hashtags and all that kind of stuff. I can do all of that. And at the same time, a celebrity can literally pull out their phone, look into the camera, fart, and stop recording, and that thing will just blow people's minds. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this person from that show really farted on camera? It's mad. This world is crazy. 2020 is wild. What is going on? So when I look at that discussion that I was having with Jason, and Jason was, quite rightly just reminding me of a lot of reasons why we do this and the fact that we have purpose and the fact that, sometimes you're going for longevity, not just a quick success and so on. So he had every reason to try and encourage me in what we've always worked hard for. And I have these conversations with Fumbi as well all the time. And we take turns to even just remind each other that no, we're doing good work. We need to stay the path. But when I align that with the discussion about celebrity, I really still have to ask the question: why do we discourage people from becoming celebrities? We clearly love celebrities as a society. Clearly, I know it's fashionable to look down on celebrities because I've done it myself. I know the idea of just being famous for being famous is something that's easy to mock. It's easy to gain a sort of intellectual snobbery over that, so you don't have a talent and you're just known for being known. But at the root of it, maybe we all wish we were celebrities. I mean, what's a celebrity? Just somebody who's celebrated. And I think we all want to be celebrated. There's an entire industry around celebrity, right? We're not talking about necessarily their actual jobs. We're just talking about finding out what some famous person did, getting pictures of their wedding, finding out who they're wearing on the red carpet, finding out, who they're having sex with at the moment. This is an entire industry. You cannot tell me everybody thinks, oh my goodness, get a talent. You cannot tell me that. These people would not be so rich if that was the case. I know very well educated women who love watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So then you have to ask yourself some more questions, because they will tell you themselves. These women are great marketers. These women know how to take an opportunity and make the most out of it. These women are entrepreneurs. These women have managed to understand the business game so much that they are winning. So what is a celebrity other than an excellent self-marketer? Somebody who knows how to market themselves. You know what? I know a lot of people like to romanticize old Kanye and contrast him with this current Kanye. But I would have to ask you as well, why is it that Kanye continues to grow in influence, wealth, and reach? He might not have your street credibility anymore, but you can't deny the fact that being married to a Kardashian, all of the headlines, all of the crazy videos, the rants, the Twitter threads, the back and forths with the media, for some reason it works. It works. This guy still, like, as much as people clown his clothes online and his trainers and stuff, people still buy them. Meanwhile, somebody who maybe does have that credibility, I don't know, when was the last time you bought a pair of G-Unit sneakers? No shade to 50 Cent, obviously. I at one point owned a pair of G-Unit sneakers. I can't lie. But you have to ask yourself, there's a lot of clothing lines that you're just like, I had the Sean John t-shirt one time. I used to love going to America and buying all of these brands that I listened to, I heard about in the songs. I think one of the only ones I didn't get was maybe a Vocal tank top. On at this point, you're with a winner, so baby, you can't lose. I got secrets, then leave Cancun. I didn't get the Vocal tank top. But I had the Sean John t-shirt. I had my little Rockaware t-shirt. I had the G Unit sneakers, and it was literally because there was a line where Lloyd Banks said, "Yeah, I'm fresh off the jet, and I breeze to the beaches, blue Yankee fitted, G Unit sneakers," and I just wanted to live that life. Now, are you seriously gonna tell me that these guys were the best fashion designers out? Hell no. They were celebrities who marketed their products, and they used the music as a way to front the clothes. So I bought the clothes. So why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't people aim to be celebrities? If your child tells you today, if you ask your child, what do you want to be? And the child says, I want to be a celebrity. Something in you wants to look down on it. Well, you can't just be famous. I want to be famous. And you're like, no. Well, if they say to you, I want to be a marketing executive, you'd be like, oh, okay. But there's a lot of marketing executives peddling theory, ain't sold a damn thing in their lives, but because they know how to use all the language and look good in the boardroom, they rise up the ranks, but they're of no use to anybody. And then you've got some people who know exactly how to take a picture of themselves that's going to set everybody alight. These people are the real marketing executives. And I acknowledge this. I acknowledge I have a weakness in this area. I am not necessarily, I have the makings of a great marketer, but something in me holds me back. Something in me holds me back. And I'll tell you what it is. Because I care about what it is I do and what I'm marketing, I feel like I've always felt like I want my skill to match my level of exposure. I don't want to ever be so exposed, as in so out there, so greatly marketed, but then I get found out that my talent doesn't match up to this. Or at the same time, I don't want to be so talented and under marketed that I'm literally just performing to myself in the bedroom. But this sort of neurosis I have over making sure I'm actually good enough seems like an absolute hampering in today's world, because people are stepping out with very little talent. Oh, the least of talents. I guess they look good, or I guess they are willing to take on controversy. I'm not sure these are talents, but one talent they clearly have is knowing how to manage everybody's attention. Even when we look at somebody who's clearly talented, like Michael Jackson or Beyonce, these are all people who know how to manipulate people's attention. It's a skill. So maybe, like, a lot of us who look down on celebrity or celebrity culture have to ask ourselves, why? Why is it that if your child said, I want to be a marketing executive, you look at it, okay, fair enough. And if your child says they want to be a celebrity, you look down on them. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I believe celebrity, the reason why the powers that be, those who really hold wealth and power in this world, are like celebrities, is because celebrities are the face of wealth. So they take the brunt for a lot of our love-hate relationship with rich, wealthy, good-looking, upper echelon, elitist ideas. So we put all the pressure on celebrities to either signify something greater than being human, like looking good all the time, being extremely talented, rising to higher heights, blah, 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 or to somehow be forever in touch with the local man no matter how much money they make. I keep saying this as well. When I make money, I'm going to change, guys. I'm going to change. You remember what I said to you about DMing me at the beginning of this podcast? That's the first thing I'm getting rid of. I'm removing from my speech as soon as I get money. You can't just DM me anyhow when I got money in my account. You think if I got real money in my account, I got time to answer everybody's DMs? Come on now. You lot are going to be slipping money requests in every single message. Hey, Ola, I love your comedy. I need money. Can you please just send me a signed autograph? I need money. And I just love everything you do. I need money. Some of you going to even get even slick with it. Lord, I just wanted to pray for you. Lord, I just wanted to slide in Ola's DM today just to pray that you would impress upon his heart that he would send me some money. Lord, do your work. Let your will be done in Jesus' name, amen. Some of you think you're slick. You will find every way to ask me for money. And at some point, I'm going to get tired of answering these things. I'm going to change. I'm going to become what seems like a douchebag to you, but what seems like reasonable responses to an unhealthy approach to life to me. Which makes me think sometimes I'm not supposed to be a celebrity. I don't know how much I could really do this back and forth with you guys where I pretend I'm normal. Look here, I ain't even got money right now. I'm not normal. I like connecting with people for real, for sure. I definitely enjoy these DMs right now because I do like real, genuine connections with people. But some of you guys, golly, I can't wait to get money so I can cut you off. I don't even have like that many followers right now, but I already know some of you got to go. Go watch the podcast on YouTube so you can see how deadly serious I am in my face. If you listen to this on Spotify, I'll give you a few seconds. Pause it on Spotify. Head over to the YouTube, put in the same timestamp, and start watching as you're listening. So you can look in my eyes and let me tell you now. Don't say Ola change like it's a surprise. I'm telling you, I'm gonna change. That life is not real. How can you have money, access, a new level, a new access to quality of life, And at the same time, I'm still gonna be the same guy. Hey, come on, get out of here, man. Get out of here, bro. This celebrity thing. I tell you one thing, yeah. If there was a way I could get money and not have the fame, I'd go for it. But for some reason, just the way that comedy works and the kind of field I've chosen, you kind of have to be known by more people for your value to go up, which is ridiculous because I'm dope right now. But I question it. I question it because I don't have the numbers, right? Because the numbers determine how much money you get. So I question the worth of what it is I do, which leads me back to last week's question. Or was it last week when I asked you about is the $5 still worth $5? $5 product. I believe my work is great work. I believe, I've seen the impact it has. But because I don't have a certain number of followers or whatever it is, it's not worth that much. Even to the people that like it, Seth. Some of you don't even really want to tell your friends you like Ola. It's too much stress. You have to start explaining, oh, Ola's this guy. He does comedy. He went to private school. He's a Christian. He's black, but sometimes, man, it's not like just straight there black. Sometimes it's clever. Sometimes he's mad silly, I don't even know how to describe it. It's too much work. You just be like, look, I like Drake. And everyone goes, oh, yeah, I know Drake. Some of you ain't buy tickets to my shows because you can't stun on anybody with them. You can't really be like, I got them Ola tickets. Because anybody you tell is going to be like, all right, cool, I can head over to Eventbrite and do the exact same thing. You want to have the Drake tickets because people can't get access to it. Like, they sold out. I got them Drake tickets, right? That's how the value is determined of someone's ticket or somebody's performance or their art or so on. So for some, I have to play this game. I have to get to the point where essentially you guys see me as something worth spending a ridiculous amount of money on for me to move up in terms of success in this career path. Whether or not I actually get funnier doesn't actually really matter. You might expect a certain level of funny. You don't want me to break the Trade Descriptions Act, but you want me to at least maintain some amount of funny, but you want me to grow in popularity. You want other people to like me before you truly value my work, right? That's how it works for a lot of people. I know there's plenty of you that you already joined the Patreon. You're already saying, look, I love what you do. You're already liking it. You're already sharing it. I love you and I appreciate you. But let's be honest. The vast majority of people who like my work is just another guy who's vaguely talented. But if I was to, in quote unquote, blow up, become some sort of celebrity, then it's like, oh, Ola's my guy. I've been listening to Ola from day one. You don't even remember, you guys weren't there on the Instagram lives. You weren't there when Tina was popping off on the Instagram lives. You weren't there when we all told Ola he was misogynistic. Hey, you're not even a day one supporter. That's the pride you get. So if I have to play this game, I have to accept that until I learn how to properly self-market and manage people's attention, all of this great work I'm doing is almost like, all right, cool, keep going. But there is another way. And I mentioned it before. I don't know if you picked up on it. But I acknowledge that the celebrities are the face. They're the ones that we look at and we jeer at. We wait for them to gain weight or get divorced or say something stupid. But all the while, there's somebody real quiet right behind the scenes making way more money and making way less noise. Those are the people I want to be. It's a weird way to go about it because I know I'm in front of the camera. But I just keep figuring out, at the end of the day, bruh, I told you guys already I struggle with porn. So what? I'm waiting for one day the Sun to do an expose. We got hold of all of the comedians' internet history. He was on beep and beep.com and beep. His searches include beep. Is that what I'm waiting for? Nah, man. I want to be running from the paparazzi and whatnot. I want to do comedy. So if I want to be successful, I got one or two routes. I either play closer and closer towards becoming a celebrity, or I figure out a way to make money quietly. That's what Diddy realized. Diddy was He used to be a backup dancer. And he figured out everyone making money standing behind the camera. Once you've had the lights on you, you stop getting dazzled by it. You start to go, oh, okay. Oh, there is another way to this. So that's my approach. But at the same time, I know that because I don't particularly enjoy celebrity or the idea of it, I can't really look down on it. Celebrity is what sells tickets. Celebrity is what sells merch and products and so on, and all these other things that make a lot of these artistic endeavors a viable business. The truth is, if I dropped a sex tape today, it'd probably do more. It would probably have more impact in my career than the actual stand-up I've been doing. I mean, if you actually saw me having sex, it might actually negatively impact my career. Like, I'm not sure my sex tape would bang, but I still feel like because sex is still salacious, and the idea, oh, all the sex tape, blah blah blah. Those of you who have maybe heard of me would be more interested in seeing that than if you found out Ola's dropped another stand-up clip. It's like, oh, another stand-up clip or whatever. Okay, I get it. He does stand up. But how does he have sex though? You see what I'm saying? Even the family stuff, I don't really put my family out there. But I know how much people expect to see family pics now. People want to see your daughter. People snapping their daughters in the delivery room. I'm like, I am not made for this life. I love a bit of privacy from this. So yeah, I want to jump on the Instagram live again to talk to you guys. So please do join in for the live discussion because I want to find out, is there something inherently wrong with celebrity? If somebody just wants to be famous, they just want to market themselves to the front. We've seen the riches that come from it. We've seen the financial gain that comes from being well self-marketed. We've heard how much Kim Kardashian gets paid to post one thing on Instagram and how much these people get paid to show up at places and all this kind of stuff. Is there anything wrong with it? After years of basically speaking about Kim Kardashian as though she's just an airhead and everything wrong with our society, at the end of the day, she's still huge. People still like watching her. People still follow her. People still buy what she wants you to buy. Is celebrity wrong? Is there something wrong with celebrity? Why do we discourage it? Why do we talk about it like it's a fruitless endeavor? Remember this, yeah? In this country, there's a young man, I think his name's Akwasi, and he's homeless. And right now, there's about 25k sitting in a GoFundMe for this guy, simply because he looks like Stormzy. That's how much we like celebrity. We see homeless people every day. His brother had to look like a famous person for us to get. I mean, obviously, also there was a video that went viral of some guy sort of mocking it and kind of giving him small change and whatnot. But really and truly, it was about the fact that he looked like Stormzy. I don't know. Something to think about. See you guys on the discussion. Stay blessed, man. As always.